When it comes to home improvement, we often ask friends and neighbors for advice, and that's exactly what these two neighbors did. And when they decided it was time to add insulation, they knew there was only one way to go: USA Insulation. We're near Arlington today with TJ and Jennifer Flanagan, and right now USA Insulation is installing insulation in your home and your neighbor's home. Why did you decide you needed insulation?
Well, we've been in our home for 13 years, and it's always drafty in the wintertime, and I'm just hoping to get a less drafty home and just more warmth.
And I understand this all started with a home improvement project. Tell us about that.
That's right. We were doing a project in our kitchen, remodeling, and we discovered there was no insulation whatsoever in any of the walls in that kitchen. So I knew when I was starting that project that I would have to do something to try to cure that problem.
And after talking to your neighbor, he had the same situation.
That's right. We talked to each other and we decided that we both needed this project done pretty fast.
I know you did a lot of research. Why did you choose USA Insulation?
Well, USA Insulation has been in our neighborhood quite a bit recently, and we decided that it was something we needed to do some research on and figure out what was the best option. So after weighing out all my options, I decided that USA Insulation with the foam was the best bet.
What do you hope to accomplish once the project's finished?
I'm looking forward to the warmer, cozier home and the lower utility bills.
Jennifer and TJ, thanks so much for inviting us to your home today.
Thank you.
Sure.
We're with homeowner Dwight Maxwell, and USA Insulation is putting insulation in your home right now. Tell us a little bit about your home.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. The home was built in the early 60s, and there was some insulation put in. However, the heating bills are still very high, and there's a lot of drafts coming through the outlet. You put your hand in front of the outlet, you can feel the wind coming straight through it. It's also cooled. You know, I went with USA Insulation to improve the heating costs as well as the sound proofing effect.
You were telling me you walked in the house and you've already noticed a difference in a room.
Oh yes, they finished one of the rooms already, and I walked in and immediately noticed that there's no more draft coming through the outlet, and you can barely hear what's happening outside the window. So it absolutely had an immediate effect.
Thank you so much for having us out to your house today.
Thanks for coming.
Steve Sakach, owner of USA Insulation, joins us now. And Steve, you have some pretty happy homeowners.
Well, I'm telling you, it's like an early Christmas present for these folks. And, you know, when you think about it, it would be a nice Christmas present to be warm and comfortable for the holiday season.
But this is pretty typical of homes built back in the 60s.
Oh, absolutely. People don't realize anything built prior to the 70s has zero to very little insulation.
Your product is special. Tell us why it sets you apart from the competition.
Well, we have a premium proprietary foam. We're sole distributors of this foam, and what makes this foam really applicable for an older home, we can go through small holes, we can take siding off, put siding back on. It has the highest R rating. The higher the R rating, the more insulation power you have. So the codes are right around 12 to 13. Ours reaches a 19 in an average 2x4 studded wall, which is phenomenal. No one can come close to that.
Now you can do any type of home, and this home is unique because it has stucco, brick, and siding on it.
Absolutely. People wouldn't never think we can. They see me drilling into the side of the home with a stucco. Well, I can match that stucco. Our crews are trained. These are all in-house employees. So we take them to school on how to match stuccos. We drill through mortar joints for matches. And again, taking the siding off and putting it back on is another way we approach it.
How long does the process take?
This is typically a one-day project. Now, we brought 2 crews over for the 2 neighbors here, but we'll put the full day in for you. We want to get in and out in one day so you can move on with your life.
And the bottom line is these homeowners will be saving money. Tell us about the typical savings.
I've seen up to 50 to 60% energy savings. I've had gas companies come out to the homeowners checking the meter because it was that extravagant of an energy savings.
They wanted to know what was going on.
They wanted to know, and we let them know. It's
You
USA.
have some really great incentives going on right now. Tell us about that.
What's happening here is the energy credit is at the end of its take. And what we got till December 31st. So we've decided over the next 30 days, let's match the energy credit. That's $500 for the energy credit, $500 we're throwing in, that's $1,000. Please call us. That's $1,000 right now, laying on the table for you to pick up to be comfortable and cut your utility bills.
Steve, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
For a free in-home consultation or to schedule an energy analysis, call USA Insulation at 614-569-0798 or learn more at usainsulation.net. If your company would like to be on Weekday Connect, call 614-562-1912 or email us at info@weekdayconnect.com.